Good morning, everyone. Today I came for a sunrise shot at this place, which I love to come. I took great photos here. The sun has already risen. I'm a bit late. I woke up late. We got fire in the sky this morning. I'll be coming around here. I'll take a few colored shots and I'll be taking some black and white shots also. I'm gonna find a good spot for my tripod and camera. These rocks are slippery, and just look at that. I'll be taking a shot around here while I've set up my tripod. The sun is about to rise above the tower here. We've got a fast ferry passing by. Well, thank you guys, and I'll see you back at the studio. So here we are back in the studio, guys, and we're gonna start editing this image. I'll be using Adobe Camera Raw, using Lightroom, it's just the same. I've already done some edits on the photo. We've exaggerated all colors like we usually do before transforming to black and white. And now I'm going to take it over to Photoshop and turn it to black and white. I'm going to press open. We're over in Photoshop. Please don't switch off or not continue watching the video. We'll be going back to Adobe Camera Raw very shortly. Or if you're using Lightroom, back over to Lightroom. We're just going to turn it into black and white and go back to the editing in Adobe Camera Raw. First, we're going to click on the adjustments layer, click on black and white. I'm going to leave it how it is and just close this window. And next, I'm going to click on the adjustments layer again and click on the gradient map. I'm going to click on the drop down window, press classic. And now from here, we're going to close the window. We're going to flatten these layers. And now we're going to take it back over to Camera Raw or Lightroom. It was a very quick process, not even 30 seconds. And now we're going to press Filter, Camera Raw Filter. And here we are back in Camera Raw. I'm going to reduce the size and we're going to start editing this image in black and white. I'm going to use these sliders again. I'm going to decrease a bit of highlights, not too much. Increase a touch of shadows. Always leave some shadows in the foreground. I'm going to increase a bit of whites until I see clippings on the top right histogram. And then I'm going to do the same for the blacks until I see clippings on the left side of the histogram. Next, I'm going to start with the masking. Press on your mask button. And from here, I'm going to use the brush. And this is the main tool that we'll be using during this editing process. I'm going to increase the brush size by turning the wheel on the mouse. And I'm going to target the upper part of the sky. But before, I'm going to reduce the exposure to around there and just sweep past the top part of the sky. I'm going to increase the brush a bit more. And I can increase or decrease the exposure by moving the slider arrow on the exposure. I'm going to use another brush. All you need to do is click K on your keyboard and it will give you a new brush. Again, I'm going to reduce the exposure, but not too much, and do another sweep just on the upper part. And that should be okay. The next move, I'm going to press K again for a new brush. I'm going to reduce the shadows. And I'm going to reduce a bit of exposure. And here we'll be targeting the lower part of the foreground. Another sweep. That should be enough. I'm going to press K again for another brush. We're practically doing dodging and burning. And now I'm going to do some dodging, which is increasing the brightness where you tap with your brush. I'm going to decrease a bit of exposure. Increase, because we're dodging, while lighting up the image some more to around 30, and just click on the brighter parts of the image. And that's all. Just keep clicking where you think you need the brighter parts. I'm going to increase the brush size. I'm going to decrease it for here on top of this rock. I think it's better if you zoom in. I'm going to do here as well. A bit here. Here. Basically on these brighter parts of the rock. You can increase your exposure. Don't over exaggerate. And I think that should be okay. The next thing I'm going to do is make a bigger brush. I'm going to use a new brush, press K. Between adjustments, always use a new brush. And move your slider according to where you want it. And I'll be doing some dodging, which is lighting up. And I'll be just increasing the top part of the sea. Around there. Here. I'm going to use a new brush for K. Increase it. The sun, as you can tell, had risen on the right side. And from here, I'm going to just find the dehaze and reduce the dehaze to around there. And we're going to give it that glowy look. You can increase more or decrease. That should be fine. I'm going to use another brush, press K. And I'm going to do some sharpening just on the foreground here and a bit on this rock. I'm going to find the sharpening slider. Increase the sharpening to around there. And just click. I'm going to press before and after by clicking on this eyeball. It's very subtle. You can increase it if you wish. That should be okay, guys. And I think the last thing I'm going to do is use a radial filter. And we're going to create a vignette. We're creating a natural vignette since the sun had risen on the right side. I'm going to open it up, close it a bit from the bottom. I'm going to turn it around just a touch. And always don't forget to invert your vignette. As you know, the middle part of the mask will be the brighter part. So I'm going to move it out of the image somewhere there. Invert it. And I'm going to reduce the exposure to around there. I'm going to step out and I'm going to try the before and after by pressing P on the keyboard. That's the before without the masking, and that's the after. The before and the after. Well, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you learned something. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up. Please leave any comments and I'll be sure to answer them. And I'll see you in the next video. See you and thank you.